forward. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I gotta get ready from the show. So hopefully next week we'll talk again.
Sounds good, Lewis. Thank you again for joining me.
Thanks, Braden.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, that was Lewis. I just want to say what's up to all the people on Facebook Live. And I'm in a better mood now, guys. He did a good job letting me, having me laugh a few times. That was pretty cool. Like I said earlier, if you guys didn't hear the beginning of the show, I didn't have the greatest of days. Well, let's go ahead, guys, and start getting into some of my topics on here. Again, I want to thank Lewis for bringing me, him coming on and talking to me. It got me in a better mood. Again, we do have a game going on right now, an NFL game. It is currently 7-0 Broncos over Falcons in the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. And as a football fan myself, I hope to get to Canton one day to see the Hall of Fame. I've never been there. That Hall of Fame, in Cooperstown, where the Baseball Hall of Fame is. And then, of course, I need to get a passport and go to Toronto to see the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto. But again, guys, one of the topics I was going to talk about, and again, guys, if you see me turning to my right on Facebook Live, you see me turning this way, I didn't have my notes today. I didn't have a chance to print them out. So I'm looking at my writing laptop computer because I had to find a way to get everything on here. I'm going to go through the week 1 preseason schedule. And if you guys are on here, you guys want to participate and give me who you think is going to win. The first game that we have is the Jets and the Giants. Is there anyone out there who's going to win that game? And the Jets or the Giants? So we got the Jets and the Giants. The Colts at the Bills, the Jaguars at the Ravens, Titans at the Eagles, the Falcons at the Dolphins, the Patriots at the Lions, the Redskins at the Browns, the Texans at Green Bay, the Panthers at Chicago, the Broncos at the Seahawks, the Chargers at the Cardinals. I see Jets, okay. On Friday, August 9th, you have the Bucs at the Steelers, and the Vikings at the Saints. And then next Saturday, you have the Rams at the Raiders, the Bengals at the Chiefs, and then Dallas will play there at San Francisco against the 49ers. Red Sox, yeah. Rick, I am a Red Sox fan. We're getting our butts kicked right now by the Rays. And that's a sweep. They seem to have got our number at Fenway this year. But, I mean, that's the preseason, guys. I mean, the preseason is right around the corner from starting up. And we were talking earlier about college football. You have the 24th. You got the Gators and the Canes. I see a lot of people commented. That's going to be an interesting football game to start the season. Neutral site in Orlando. And we'll have to wait and see again what happens. Who's in it? I think the winner of that game, whoever comes out more hungrier to win the game. If that's Florida, great. If it's Miami, great. They don't play each other that often. They have some kind of agreement or something in place that they're trying to get. They're trying to get an agreement in place for them to play more often. I've heard a lot of Hurricane fans say that the Gators are scared to play them in every year. So I don't know. I'm not going to start with that stuff because again, that's not my decisions. I'm not making decisions for the athletic directors. That's their decisions. So I don't think anyone's afraid. I think the ADs just don't think it could be profitable for their team. As if you guys didn't hear, speaking of the Florida Gators, they used to be aired on a local radio station here in Tampa Bay, 620 WDAE. It was announced yesterday they have been bumped, and the USF Bulls games will be on for the next 3 years on 620. So for the first time, the Bulls are going to be on primetime radio here in Tampa. And really, Mike Kelly, our AD, came out and said that this is Tampa's team. We have the Bulls playing in Tampa, the university is in Tampa. So it just happens to be that way that they happen to be playing at Raymond James Stadium. So, hey, USF now bumped Florida off the radio there at 6:20. I don't know, guys, where Houston over Green Bay, okay? I don't know where the Gators are going to be aired now locally, but I need to find that out as we go. I know the USF game against Wisconsin on the 30th will be bumped to like 12:50 because of the Rays game. The Rays are that's their flagship station, so the Rays overcome everybody. Just like when the Rays are playing, the Lightning are on 970 WFLA, and that's again, guys, another season that's frankly only about 2 months away from starting up. So let's see. You have signed a deal to play at William. Yeah, they don't, Rick, they don't want to play anybody out of conference that is big. I don't get that. They call USF bad because we've scheduled Alabama, Florida, Miami. I think we have Boise State on the schedule. We have a bunch of teams on the schedule that can make us look better. But UCF, once they scheduled FIU or FAU, I'm not sure which that they scheduled, but they did schedule them on there. So I don't know. UCF has come out and said that they don't want to play the 2-1s. I'm excited because next year the Florida Gators come here to play USF at Raymond James Stadium. And I hope to get credits again next year because that game's going to be off the chain for a guy that cheers for both of those teams. So that's going to be cool to see those two teams at Raymond James Stadium next year. But so guys, early on in preseason, who are your teams? Like I know, Adam, you are a Patriot fan like I am. Jay's a Bucs fan. I know that. Tell me who you guys think. Who are your teams and how do you think they're going to do this year? Because I'm just curious off the top. My prediction is I see the Patriots winning at least 12 games, 13 games this year. I think that'll happen. That's just me, my opinion. We got Pittsburgh right off the bat, week 1. I think that'll be a good football game. We go to Miami in week 2. That's always a game that Tom struggles in Miami, so I don't know how that's going to go. Carry the Gators game. No, Rick, I wish I could. I don't know how I could pull that off. I really do. I don't. Yeah, Adam, I agree. I think I do see us going 13-3. I would, Rick, if I could figure that out, I would do it. Dirk Cutter's offense is so vanilla. Jay, it was vanilla when he was here as a head coach. Well, when he was an offensive coordinator, it was vanilla too. I have to agree with you on that one, Jay. I think it is very vanilla. That offensive scheme is very, very vanilla. So, guys, again, I didn't know that too. There's a new fact that even a big sports fan like me didn't know. How in the world is Roger Maris not in the Hall of Fame? You can't be serious right now. And I'm not even a Yankee fan, guys. I'm a Red Sox fan. We despise the Yankees, but Roger Maris deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. How he is not is beyond me. That baffles me that he's not. I did not know he wasn't in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, it is only week 1 of preseason. Yeah, it's the season. Again, too, guys, we can't really take preseason very seriously. I've seen teams not win one preseason game and then have a great year, and then I've seen people have great preseasons and then they can't find a win during the regular season. So again, it just depends on how we're going to how they come out during the season. Let me talk about the Bucs today. Did not have 8-8 this year. Yeah, Jay, I would have to say that would probably be the best case scenario for them going 8-8. That I do. I would have to agree with you on that one, but I think to be honest with you, if they go better than 5-11, it's a winning season. They've gone 5-11 the last 2 seasons. They've got to be able to get it. They've got to be able to put it together this year. You think that it was who? No, Adam. I mean, he had great seasons. I mean, he had great seasons when he was in Kansas City. So I don't know why he's not in the Hall of Fame. That just absolutely baffles me that he's not in the Hall of Fame. Speaking of the Bucs, training camp, they had the day off today. They were not in pads today. If you guys haven't heard anything, they said that Jameis, I don't know if you guys heard yesterday, he tried to make a tackle. That's not good. You know, if we don't want to hurt your starting quarterback indefinitely during training camp, because they don't have a backup right now. They don't have any backup quarterback. So you've got to be able to, yep, that's true. Yes, Adam, we did talk about that. I think this is a big year. I think that's the biggest question for the Bucs. Oh, that's right. That Women in Red event is this evening. That's right, over at Raymond James Stadium. That's right. But I know that it's big for Jameis. Again, you know, he has to try to become the first Buccaneer quarterback to get his second contract. I know there have been quarterbacks that have gotten extensions but never a second contract. Yeah, Rick. Yeah, I wrote an article about him. I wrote an article about Matt Gay. So you know, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Yeah, Adam, I think they give the players a chance to kind of rest and everything. And honestly, I think that is a good thing too. You don't want them in pads all the time. I think it's a good thing that they do give them a chance to. Yes, that is correct. Hey, what's up, Peyton? So again, guys, there was not really much talk for the Bucs today. Again, they weren't in pads. They had the day off today as far as training camp goes. The Patriots, on the other hand, hey, Julia, yes, we need to get together. Seriously, we need to get. The Patriots, though, I guess the big news coming out of them is Jacoby Myers and N'Keal Harry. These guys are going to be big because, again, Tom, we again have to replace Gronkowski this year. Tom's going to need some help, you know, offensively. We do have a great, solid running game with James White, Sony Michel, and Rex Burkhead and company. So that'll be okay. It's going to be the passing game that's going to have to be this year, and our defense is going to have to, you know, again, be as stout as it was a year ago if we're going to get back and win another one. I mean, that's the biggest question every year is that we have to. That's the thing is, can we get back? You know, now we're tied with Pittsburgh, so now the next question is, can we get back to win number 7? That's the question I think that everybody has moving forward. I think we look a lot like the 2017. Yeah, we do look like a lot of the 2017. Yes, we do. So that's, again, not much, guys, with that training camp again. And I wanted to go over the preseason games with you guys. You know, that's, you know, one thing that, you know, we as football fans wait on. Like I said earlier, I'm going to try with Lewis. I'm going to try to get to my high school and see a high school football game this year. Just to go. I haven't been in a long time. And my high school tore the stadium down that I went to, and now they built a new one. So I want to go see the new stadium definitely in the near future. But I mean, so let's talk about the winners and losers of yesterday's MLB trade deadline. The obviously winner, guys, again, has to be the Houston Astros picking up Zach Greinke. They now have 4 legitimate aces in that staff. It's just great that they were able to do that. Oh, no. Adam, I would love for you to come on and talk about that, but he's going to be on Dan Patrick tomorrow. If you have the day off, if you got the time in between to see that show, I know he ranked Brady and Breeze 9 and 10 on that list. So I don't know where he comes up with those numbers. If you watch Von Allen's video, I don't know. I'll have Von Allen on here in a few weeks when football season starts, but that whole list, buddy, me and you could talk about that for hours.